much of the Lonnie game, firstly, mate, and what do you make of them?
Yeah, look, I said earlier in the year I thought they were probably the best team at that particular time, and that certainly hasn't changed. I think they've got stars all through their team, so they've certainly just progressed through the year and got better and better each week. So I think they're certainly up there with the best teams.
Mitch seems to have them, I guess, not only up and about, but is staying really level-headed as well.
Yeah. Look, I think Mitch has turned them around a fair bit. They were pretty predictable last year, and they're certainly not that this year. And they've got, I think they just seem a little bit well drilled this year, better drilled, and they're harder to play against. And there's a lot more thought going into the opposition. So, they certainly did a number on us up in Windsor Park, the last game that we played them. So, we've got our work cut out to get over them.
How much difference does it make over the game at Launceston as opposed to up there, mate?
Oh, it does make a difference because you've got to travel. So whether they come, I think they come down last Friday night for the game. So that, so they're away overnight. So it does make a little bit difference. But I just same thing, different ground. I think it's just if you've got the best team, you'll win the game, and if the effort's there, you'll win the game. So I think it'll be a good contest. I don't think the travel's going to do that much difference.
Do you feel you've got the best team to win on Saturday?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think we've got the best team. We're probably not playing the best footy, which is something that I've got to try and fix up in a pretty short period of time to get them right. So we'll try a couple of different things this week. But I thought we got a couple of things wrong last week. We sort of let them have too many easy kicks across half-back where we normally play a better contested brand of footy, and I thought our contested footy was down a fair bit, so which we pride ourselves on. So we'll certainly address that this week.
You could save a bit of embarrassment too if you win and have a Southern team in the grand final. Is that the back of your mind?
Yeah, no, it's certainly not in the back of our mind. I'm sure AFL Tas would want a Southern team in there to have it down here, and then it stops all the noise. Obviously Launceston won it at Windsor Park, and Northland won it there. So that's nothing to do with us. We'll let them deal with that. Well, I think we've got a few more things to deal with than worry about where the grand final is going to be played.
Joby, Harper said earlier in the week he doesn't expect you guys to be showing any mental scarring from your game against North Launceston last weekend, and he expects the contrary from you guys. What's your take on that?
Yeah, look, it's funny. I'm not sure what mental scarring means from a game of footy. It's just a game of footy, and I thought we competed quite well on the scoreboard, and we peppered the goals late in the game, which probably could have got us a little bit closer. So I'm not sure what everybody talks about the mental scarring. There's no scarring. It's a game of footy, and we go in every game to do our best. But once when you get beaten, you rebound a lot stronger, I think, and so we'll certainly rebound and have a crack at Lonnie and take it up to them. But you have a look at their midfield. Their midfield's a state midfield, and then they've got a couple on the outside with Pelfreyman and these sort of guys that are state midfielders. So we're going to have to be on our job to be able to curb them, and then I suppose take the game away from those guys as well, which we haven't been able to do too well against Launceston because they've been pretty tight games, most of them.
What learnings did you take out of that thumping they gave you up there at Windsor Park, Launceston?
Yeah, look, they certainly set up really well on us. Their backs got down the ground and zoned off our players, and we sort of, I think maybe the ground, I suppose the length of the ground might have got us a little bit. We're trying to kick to our forwards, and it was only hitting, probably wasn't even making centre half forward a lot of the times. It was probably an extra 20 metre in length. So we probably need to make their backs a little bit more accountable and get our forwards on the move. They certainly rebounded really well from their back half, and their mid set up on us really well. So we'll try and change that up a bit. We might even have a different look midfield this week that we might go a little bit quicker and sort of try and take that strength away from them in that cold face of the contest.
And Dylan Riley, he's been kicking goals against teams and he's very dangerous, good hands. What are you going to do about him? Yeah,
look, I reckon Trupp will go to him. Trupp's been a really good pickup for us, and he's like an old-fashioned defender where he's got that really good closing speed. But you have a look at Riley's goals last week. Most of them come off the ground and his efforts on the ground. So we've just got to match his effort on the ground, as also just not in the air, because he's playing some pretty good footy at the moment. So Trupp will probably go to Riley, and then Alex Hill will go to Thorpe as a matchups.
Is Josh McGuinness 100% or is he close to 100%?
Yeah, look, he trained Monday and Tuesday. We did match practice on Tuesday, so he trained the whole night, and he'll train again tonight. So I would say at this stage it'd be probably 90% chance to play. At this stage we'll play him unless something happens tonight.
What would it mean to have another crack at a grand final, mate? 3 in a row.
Well, that's what we started off in November to achieve, and that certainly hasn't changed. Would certainly welcome the opportunity to get back to the grand final. So we've got to get some good footy playing on the weekend and make sure that we get that opportunity.
Yeah, good.
How's Bryce after last weekend?
Yeah, Bryce was a bit shaken up. He didn't train on Monday. He trained Tuesday. Trained quite well on Tuesday. But he had a big knock on the weekend, so took him a little bit of time to get over it.
Concussion or anything like that?
No, he just from the clash he had I think stitches all through his ear, and his ear all swelled up. A big chunk taken out of his ear as well. So it was a pretty solid contest.